What's going on, family? Back at you again. This is Chris Miles from The Chris Miles Show. I want to talk to you about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And let's talk about the war that's going on over in the Ukraine right now. Russia is desecrating the Ukraine. That being said, the Ukraine people are looking for an outlet. All surrounding countries have been taking in the Ukrainian people. Poland and all of those countries around that area have been taking the people in. All of Europe are and has stepped up to give these people a place to stay. What I find so interesting here as of late, as I have been tuning into the news, Joe Biden has come up with a better solution. Him and Kamala Harris. Remember, Kamala Harris said something that I find real interesting. She said they shouldn't come. We're talking about the Haitian people. This past weekend, family, Joe Biden advocated, and this administration, along with both houses of government, be that Democrat and Republican, came up and said, you know what? We got to do better than these other countries. So let us get into this race too. We're going to show them how the Americans handle business. So you know what they came with? They said, we're going to allow 100,000 Ukrainian people, refugees, into the United States, and we're going to give them $1 billion. Wow. They are, now we're talking about Joe Biden. Mr. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. This is what he told Charlemagne the God. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. But when the Haitians was down on the Mexican and Texas border, only 10,000 of them were fleeing an area that we saw and bear witness to that was not suitable or feasible to live under those conditions. The same man that told black folks that if you don't vote for me, you ain't black, said, nuh-uh, we can't let those 10,000 Haitians come into the United States. This is what Joe Biden, along with Kamala Harris, said. What I find so interesting, we had Roland Martin, Charlemagne the God, D.L. Hughley, Cardi B, The Rock, Vivica A. Fox, Tracy Ellis Ross, Common, and John Legend, and a few more other blacks got out and encouraged black people to vote for Joe Biden. So I asked all of the black people that supported and voted for Joe Biden, have you got what you was looking for? Has he delivered on what he promised that he was going to do for the black community? Because remember, he said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. They sent 10,000 Haitians back to Haiti, but they are allowing 100,000 Ukrainian refugees into the United States, and they're going to put $1 billion in their hands. And you know what's funny about it? What I find so ironic, that $1 billion is your money. That's right. It's your money that the Ukrainian people are going to get. And you know what's more damning than anything? they're going to set up businesses in the black community when they come to the United States. This is what you all voted for, black people. So embrace it. Take it in, earn it, and accept it, because this is what you selected. This is what you voted for. You can't blame nobody but yourself. Now, some may ask and some may say, well, look what Donald Trump did. Look what Donald Trump represents. We had to vote for the lesser of two evils. I don't think Donald Trump did that. Joe Biden did. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not a thing where I'm actually supporting Donald Trump, because I see Donald Trump the same as Joe Biden. Both of them are holding up a system. A bird has two wings. You understand? A bird has two wings. And both of them are going to the party, but they've selected how they're going to party. That's all. At one party, you might have scotch. The other party, you might have cognac. It's whatever you drink, but it's the same system. It's the same bird with two wings. So once again, people, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are allowing 100,000 Ukrainian people into the United States, and they're going to put $1 billion in their hands. And they sent 10,000 hungry Haitians back to Haiti. I asked this question in closing. When black people are being fucked over and murdered in the streets under the occupation of a military rule, which is the police department, what Ukrainian has sent money over here to the United States in support of black people's situation in the United States? When in time has that ever happened? Never in time has it ever happened. But your money, they're going to give to these people 100,000 refugees from Ukraine. And you mark my word on what I'm telling you, they will set businesses up in your community and further disenfranchise you by taking resources out, cutting you out from the vote, get in here, hate you, take advantage of you, and use you like everybody else that come into the United States and manipulate the system and set their business up in the black community, make money and put not a fucking thing back. The man that you all voted for is allowing this to happen. And you know what? Roland Martin, Charlemagne, D.L. Hughley, Cardi B, The Rock, Vivica Fox, Tracy Elliott, Common, and John Legend, just to name a few, said it was okay to do so. Just my take. As always, I'm Chris Miles. And as I always say, the moving finger writes, has written, moves on. Good day.